or 3 different, mayors around something that they can buy in and say, man, can we create a campaign around it? Can we create some messaging around it? Can we create some programming around it? Can we involve some parents? Can we involve some students? One thing that we can agree in our lifetime that we can do to move something that then becomes amplified by celebrities, influencers, radio, and all these other.
Alexander has joined the conference, just to give you guys a heads up.
Okay.
Hi, guys.
How you doing, Mr. Alexander?
Welcome.
We've got Ms. Washington on the call. We've got a couple of people left the room, a couple of people coming back. And what we're discussing now, we just had a walking tour of the facility by an LADWP engineer who really broke down for us something that we need to share with the stakeholders and the people who have no understanding and vision of what we saw as all the different pieces that break down why green and clean tech should make a difference in their zip codes. Not to the greater good, not to some big macro understanding, but this has something for everybody who is a consumer, who's a parent, who is an innovator. And there are a couple of pieces of video that we realize that are internal that we haven't been able to get an understanding of how we can share it with other people. But those are the things we saw in the walking tour. And we wanted to share, the reason we put this call is we wanted to share with you guys what we saw in a 1.5 hour tour that were just powerful missing pieces in why Black folks are missing green and clean tech, as well as innovative opportunities. So Keisha and I were just talking about what can we create as a minimum viable product that we can all agree upon that can be amplified by somebody's broadcast system like yours, so that we can reach the masses and get maybe 1% of those people to agree that there's something in it for them. So that's kind of what we're trying to figure out now. So when we leave this table, we're going to try and use Keisha's understanding of what she thinks could be a missing piece and how LADWP can play a role in getting people of color in a booming economy that we're not taking advantage of.
That we're not left out. So I'm going to offer something a little bit different than what you were just saying, because I'm sitting here thinking, I think part of our challenge within the Black community is sometimes we're not all together. We're too busy competing. But if we're talking about the clean and green economy, one of the things is energy and water will impact us all. And then our challenge becomes, how do we make sure we're not left behind? But more importantly, how do we make sure we're actually included going ahead? So if we were, for example, to partner with the Association of Blacks in Energy, which I belong to, or others, and we talk about this is the policy vision for the African American community. We recognize climate change is real. We want to be part of the solution. We can be part of the solution in 3 ways. 1, we want to make sure we're intentional that our communities are no longer impacted. 2, we have a whole lot of talent, intellectual talent and property. We want to make sure that our best and brightest minds who have ideas and concepts are brought forward and have a venue, an avenue by which to pilot whatever technologies, thoughts that they have to solve this problem. And perhaps first we challenge them, do it at home so we can lessen the impact there through pilots, and then go from there. The third piece is, and looking at the workforce, both for the utilities as well as for those who also serve the customer. Remember, utilities are not the only ones providing service to our customers. We cannot do it all, and we should not do it all. But we want to make sure that going forward, our customers, speaking from DWP's position, our customers are served. Keisha's position is, this is, again, a good opportunity to help our people get into the middle class and out of the middle class. There was someone I was speaking to who said one of the main ways that Black people in LA got into the middle class in the past is through a government job. I don't want that to be the only pathway, but while it is a pathway, I want to make sure that we have an avenue to get folks into these jobs. So if we're looking at jobs within the utility, what are those jobs? How do we get folks into those? If we're looking at jobs that are supportive too, like the electric vehicle industry. So the charging stations, as well as the vehicles, as well as that platform, making sure that our folks are aware that there are opportunities there and what are the paths into that. And then going back to, okay, we're going to need solutions. Climate change is real. What are we doing? How do we go out and we encourage our thinkers? I'm talking about our thinkers in second grade and above. Think a little bit differently. Do you have a solution? And if they've got something, we have some sort of pathway for them to demonstrate that, whatever that looks like.
Hey, can I show you guys something?
Sure. From my
I
glasses.
just want to show you guys